Yo, what is up? We back, baby. This is a mad week with me, George I. Cortright, and I have a returning guest, so I'm not gonna play that little game. Who the fuck are you?
I'm Aaron Atkins.
Alright, speak up a little bit.
Yeah.
Make sure the microphone gets you.
Alright, my name is Aaron Atkins.
All
to
right.
everybody that doesn't know me, there you go.
Cool. So sorry that I was off last week. I was on business out of town, and due to circumstances, I was not able to get the show up and running. I warned you the show before that it wasn't going to be on last week, and I was right. Had a good time out in Boston. First time in Boston. Have you ever been to Boston?
I've never been to Boston. I haven't spent too much time on the East Coast. How was that?
It was different. Everything on the East Coast is old. I really don't like old shit like that.
Yeah, but they probably got some good seafood, though.
That's the first thing I did when I went there. Went to this place called Legal Seafood or some shit.
Okay.
It was all right. It was all right. I think I had some more later. Something. But I had a lot of seafood, yeah.
Did you have their famous clam chowder, though?
I don't like clam chowder.
Oh, okay.
So, I didn't have no clam chowder. It looks like
right.
Mika's. So,
Oh, man.
So, I don't mess around with clam chowder. That ain't my thing. But I did have some fish, different type of like shrimp and scallops and shit like that. Had this mixed plate with some French fries and shit.
I'm one of those guys that I would have hit a sushi joint because they got like fresh fish out there and stuff. And I like eating, sashimi, like, nice clean cut slices of raw fish. And when you get some raw fish that is actually
fresh,
very, very fresh.
Yep.
Whew, yeah.
Well, I don't like sushi either.
Oh.
So I ain't fuck around with that. I saw places that I could have went, but that just not my thing. I ain't sushi person, but I did want to get the seafood, so that was the first thing I did was do seafood, and then and plus it was company money, so I could.
Was it humid out there, like a little bit, or was it still like super cold?
Fucking snowed on Friday.
Oof.
It snowed. I almost got locked in Boston.
Oh no, you did it, man. Our people ain't about that.
I know, but born and raised in it, so I know what it's all about. So I ain't afraid of it. I just don't like it.
Okay.
But then, and plus, company trip, get it paid for, go somewhere I've never been before. It was cool. Nice place to visit. I wouldn't want to live there.
Oh, okay. How are the people?
It's a big city. People don't talk to you.
Wow.
You're walking down the street, and there's too many people to say, hey, hi, what's up? Hey, what's up? Hey, how you doing?
Right.
you ain't trying to do that all day. So
okay.
You go. I ain't had nobody give me a mean mug or nothing. Then again, I don't look for that. I ain't the type of like, well, why are you giving me a mean mug? I don't pay attention to that.
I'm the same thing about that. I just go about my business. I just wait until somebody will say something crazy to me before I even react to it.
Exactly. Nobody reacted. Didn't see too many black folks, but yeah.
I remember I met a kid and his family from Boston when I was in Cancun, and that kid, his name was Kevin. Man, he partied it up like crazy in Cancun. Yeah, dance floor and everything. They got some wild people out there.
I know there's some black people in Boston because New Edition is originally from Boston. And I was thinking if it wouldn't have snowed on Friday, to try to just, take an Uber around the neighborhood, see if I can see something or whatever that I saw. But
ain't nobody gonna be outside if it's snowing though.
No, I didn't go outside. I said if it was not snowing. If it was not snowing, I might have taken a look, try to see where New Edition came from.
Oh shit.
Which brings me to a story.
Okay.
New Edition is going to be on tour with the cast of the miniseries.
With the cast from the miniseries for their show?
Their show, yes.
Oh shit.
So it's going to be the original New Edition people.
Yeah.
It's going to be the young New Edition and the teenage New Edition.
You know what's gonna happen is somebody gonna show out and they're gonna show up the old New Edition. They're gonna wait.
Ain't nobody gonna show up no New Edition.
Ain't
nobody gonna show up no New Edition. Man, no. As a matter of fact, it's a cool concept, but do I really want to see some New Edition impersonators coming out before New Edition, because that's all they are, impersonators.
Yeah. Like, and it's like watching that same show like 3 times.
Exactly. Well, they probably do, somebody get, certain songs and shit like that.
Like, you do this song, and we're gonna do this one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
I can see that working. But I can also see it being a stale show.
It could be a stale show, but it's gonna have to be good production and shit. But stuff like that, there's always some kind of openers and shit, and somebody that you probably don't give a fuck about watching anyway.
Oh, no, that's true.
So you might as well see the hear the songs.
Yeah.
But by people you saw on TV. Yeah.
Right.
Did you watch the show?
No, I just peeped a little bit of it when I was with my sister. Just checked it out. I didn't go back and watch it or nothing. Just not my thing.
Dude,
just not my thing.
I was a huge fan, so I watched the show. I've seen BBD in concert. I have not seen New Edition in concert, so I would like to go see New Edition in concert.
So are they scheduled to come to Phoenix with that tour? Or?
I didn't actually look at the schedule,
oh, okay.
So I don't know where they're going, but they're going to be going to a city near you. But anyways, let's get back. What you been up to? You do anything past weekend or anything? No, you seen Logan.
Yeah, I did see Logan. Man, let me tell you something. Okay, so that movie is the basis off of a comic book series called Old Man Logan. It was a one-off, like almost like an Elseworlds futuristic story.
Okay.
Because of the contracts between Fox and Marvel, a lot of the stuff that was used in that comic book can't be used in the movie. So we got the character.
Okay.
But we got a different type of story, which was okay. They did use a different take on X-23, because X-23 didn't have the little girl with the claws, Laura. Okay. We got a different take on her origin story, which was all right. And I thought everything was done masterfully in that movie. Because if you're looking at that movie as basically Fox's version of that story, then it's okay. It came out beautiful.
Fox's story. Fox
because Fox the film company.
Okay.
Yeah, they own those properties for the X-Men and the Fantastic Four. That's probably why we won't see Silver Surfer in the upcoming like Infinity War movies or The Watcher and stuff like that, because a lot of those are Fantastic Four properties that when they purchased those properties, that went along with Fox. That's why they put out that shitty ass movie that they put out not too long ago, just to renew the property. See, every 7 years if you're not using it.
The younger Fantastic Four one?
Yeah,
that one's piece of shit.
Really bad.
Yeah.
But Logan was a masterpiece. Literally an A+ movie.
Cool.
Yeah, like also right out the gate, R rating. Good job on that.
All right.
And
so
reason being because the brutality of that movie
graphics
was
and
legit.
gore and shit.
Yeah,
it
was legit.
And
opening scene let you know, and then the trailer for Deadpool at the beginning had us all weak, son.
Okay.
Yeah, weak.
That with Deadpool, I thought it was a cool movie, but it just had too much hype before I went into it, and it didn't live up to the hype to me. Plus, there was, I know it was, an R-rated movie, and they want to put a lot of adult humor in there, but it seemed like a lot of like college.
That's what it is.
College fucking, comedy and stuff.
If you read the comic books?
Nope, I haven't read the comic books, never will read the comic books, so I'm just going off movies.
See, that's exactly why it was set up that way. It was that movie was complete fan service. It was complete fan service to anybody that really like paid attention to that character in the comic books.
Right.
Because Jeff Loeb started that character out as being just basically a mean-ass assassin, a mercenary. But as he progressed in the storylines with the X-Men and X-Force and everything else, you got to see a more comical side of Deadpool, because he stopped really giving a shit, especially when he started paying attention to the fact that he can see through the fourth wall, which basically means that he can see into our reality at the same time while existing in comic reality. So instead of just driving him crazy, he was just literally just doing whatever the hell he wanted to do and just having fun with it.
Right.
Everything that he did has reason to it, but he still needs to be, he still wants to have humor and everything else. A lot of that banter that was going on in that movie, along with the crazy action and everything else, was pretty legit to how he is in the comic books. I like that movie for the particular reason that it was very
true to the comic book.
It was not only just very true to the comic book, but it was very sincere the way that the actors were responding to how the character developments needed to be made in that movie.
Right.
I thought it was very well done. I can't wait to see the next one because in the teaser trailer, on the phone booth that he was in, it says Nathan Summers is coming, which is Cyclops' son, which happens to be Cable from X-Force.
Right.
So that we're going to see Cable. We know we're going to see Cable. We know we're going to see Domino. And there's rumors of a few other characters that are going to be in that movie. So as the budget is growing for that franchise, I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah. All right, cool. And that is a little segment for all you nerds out there. As a matter of fact, it's funny because talking this shit right here is how I got to become friends with Aaron. Talking in the middle of the night about comic book movies and comic books. Obviously, he knows a lot more than me, but I'm still interested. But I'm just not the type that reads shit, and I will not read comic books. I hate the way that they are set up, but I like the art on the cover, but the inside art isn't the same thing. But I think the outside covers are usually just pretty.
It literally depends on how the marketing for each book is done, because at times you'll get like cover artists.
Right.
And then you'll have a different separate sketch artist inside that they have a colorist, and then they have an ink artist that does everything else. And then that's what you get on the inside of the panels. But then you read certain comic books, like if you ever read the story called Kingdom Come, which is an old comic book from DC Comics.
Mm-hmm.
That comic book is completely painted by Alex Ross from cover to that whole series. It was actually in a trade paperback. I read it. But from cover to cover, it's all painted, and it's the most beautiful comic book I've ever seen. Cool. There's very rare instances that you'll get some of those comics that are like that, where you'll get the actual artist that's on the cover. But when you do, those are gems.
Cool. Well, I'm still not gonna start reading comic books, but I will go see the movies and watch TV shows and shit based on it. I still need to catch up on the DC stuff that I've been watching. Arrow.
Yes.
Legends of Tomorrow.
It's been good this season.
Dude, I'm about 100 episodes from the whole thing back. Supergirl and The Flash. And I have not even started the Marvel ones that are on Netflix. Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Daredevils. I see Iron Fist is coming out now too, so I'm way behind.
You're way behind. But then after that is the Defenders, where they're all teamed up on the same team.
Yeah, so I've been doing stuff like preparing a Mad Week and preparing another Mad Dub of the Week. I am pretty excited for this one, so stay tuned, everyone, for the Mad Dub of the Week. I am excited about it.
Nice.
All right, so let's get to topics, and got 2 weeks worth of shit because I was out and some crazy shit happened, like Ben Carson's dumbass. Is talking about how black people were immigrants on the bottom of slave ships who worked harder for less money. He was comparing
what money? Were the chains worth money? Like what was worth the money? Maybe the rags that they were wearing. I don't know.
The clothes and the free shop. They had free room and board, man. Slaves had free room and board.
This could be turning into like the biggest Uncle Tom I've ever met in my life, and that's saying something because a lot of people look at me like that. I'm like, you know what, motherfucker? Just because. Like, I don't want to look at things from a certain perspective all the time.
I get that shit a lot too.
Doesn't necessarily mean that I'm an Uncle Tom.
Uncle Tom sell out Oreo and call it all that shit.
Right. But no, that shit is legit.
Yeah, that is
legit. Like, how are you gonna say that like slaves were immigrants?
Yeah.
You know, like come on now.
It's fucking stupid.
Indentured servants were immigrants that were taken advantage of and brought.
I think he called them that earlier too.
They weren't indentured.
And he still has not learned from that shit. He keeps saying dumbass shit. And for being a neurosurgeon, he's just stupid on some shit. to even think that you could compare the two is fucking ridiculous.
What it is that we have people that just live inside of their own little box.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as certain things have not affected them, they have no empathy for what other things that have affected people throughout history or in the world today, because it doesn't directly affect them.
Right.
And he's one of those people, man. I see a complete disconnect with him and the black community and reality in the United States.
Anybody besides rich folks?
Yeah, like there is a class, difference in between the two.
Definitely.
And it's just really silly to listen to some of the things he has to say. I stomached that whole little interview he did, and I was just like, wow, it's just mind-boggling that that's just like a real-life Uncle Ruckus without like
I don't know, Uncle Ruckus is a little bit
well, that's what I'm saying,
a little bit further over,
right? Yeah.
For those of you who do not understand the reference,
that nigga is guilty.
Yeah. What's the TV show or
the Boondocks?
Boondocks, which was based off a comic strip.
Yeah.
But hilarious cartoon that was on Comedy Central, Cartoon Network for a while. Definitely go look at that.
Well, maybe Ben Carson has revitiligo though, man. We don't know.
I just keep getting darker and darker. Cool. So on the same political note, speaking of people coming over, the new travel ban that Trump put out. Now, this was in my notes from last week.
Okay.
He put out the new travel ban, which is the same shit except removing Iraq.
Yeah, with that, here's the thing. Like, a lot of people don't really want to get it, but there is a need for filtering out the bullshit of people that are coming over to really jack up the society or not really integrate into it. I get that part.
I get that. I absolutely understand. I think there should be some kind of filtration system, some kind of just process to study up who the fuck's coming over, or get more info in your background. Well, I understand that.
The biggest issue that I have for it is that he's already outed himself by basically just. The first travel ban was literally a Muslim ban.
Yes, and he kept saying that.
They're backtracking to turn it into now it's just a travel ban for certain areas and regions throughout the world that they can't come over to us, so that they can't, pose any wrongdoing inside of the United States. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You know what you're doing, dude. Like you're trying to be sly about this stuff. I'm trying to be sneaky. No.
Like Donald Trump, Ben Carson, some of these people who run this fucking country now are dumber than the average bear.
Well, not only is
fucking crazy
than the average bear, but they're also elitists. They want to keep certain things in power that they want to keep, and they also want to strip power away from certain things, man. Like, look at the shit they did with the EPA. What the fuck? Environmental Protection Agency, and you drop all of,
what they do?
They took away the funding from it. So they have no real power anymore, and then now they're looking at lowering the emissions and all other stuff. The same, these are the same policies that were brought up in the Obama administration for automakers to be more responsible on giving us cars that had better miles per gallon, miles per gallon ratings. And what's happening now is that now they're trying to lessen that and go back to the old ways, whereas you just design cars however you want to, pretty much.
That's bullshit.
And that's bullshit. They've also tried to discredit climate change and all that other stuff. And the thing is that throughout history, climate has always changed. But that's only because there's things that are going on the Earth itself. And there's also chemical stuff that happens within the Earth itself that has caused that. With the volcanoes, you had animals there, you had plants, you had all sorts of stuff. Yeah, man. But now we're actually speeding that shit up because we're releasing so much stuff into the
toxins.
Air. Like, come on, man. It's not that hard to really figure that out. CO2 is damaging to the ozone layer. For anybody to really try to tell you that that's not true. they really don't understand what science really is. Like, come on, brother.
All right. So, but the update from last week is a Hawaiian Supreme Judge pretty much said, "You dumbass, it's pretty much the same thing you came to us before with, and no, it's not acceptable." So as of right now, that got turned down, and he's having a hissy fit about, we need to do this and that. But like we just said, we see through your bullshit.
Yeah, like come on.
And so does the Supreme Court. So get over it, punk ass. So I'm trying to go with the shit from last week first.
Okay.
Even though there was some shit.
That all integrated into
integrated. So let me. Speaking of traveling, it was crazy. There was a Big Ten conference, like basketball conference tournament in Washington D.C. Before the plane got off the ground, the Michigan team, leaving Michigan, ran off the fucking runway.
What?
The fucking airplane, fucked up, skidded off the fucking runway, crashed, and they had to. Everybody okay? Everybody was okay.
Okay, because I didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
Ooh, man.
Yeah.
You're lucky they weren't in the air, though.
Exactly. But it crashed. They ended up getting on another plane, made it to the tournament, and fucking won the shit.
Not without shitting themselves first.
Yeah, but they weren't even the best team. They weren't expected to win. But some tragedy like this shit,
man.
people overcome, and then they end up winning the shit. So that's cool.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah, so,
that is awesome.
But yeah, they couldn't. They didn't even get off the runway on that shit.
Did they say what was actually the failure? Was it actually the wheel mechanisms on the plane that locked up, or I
don't know if it was, did they hit ice or did they just slide, if it was some kind of malfunction. I'm not actually sure, but I just know, I think a couple people had some bumps or whatever, but everybody, ended up being cool. Just a little shock, just like I know I'd be fucked in the head if I'm in a big ass airplane and it ends up skidding off the goddamn runway.
Yeah.
Woo.
Oh, I'll be tripping. You know what? I need an extra hour, y'all. I need to go change my drawers. Probably go smoke. I need to do something. Cause I can't get on a plane like this if y'all telling me that last plane that I was on was supposed to be safe.
Exactly.
I was supposed to trust this.
Exactly. What's changed? What we're gonna change for this one?
Yeah.
So it won't happen again.
I'm a big skeptic when I see some shit like that. I'd be like, I'm one of those kids that I used to watch people do fucked up shit and get hurt, and they'd be like, "Oh, are you gonna do it?"
No, you just got fucked up. Why the fuck would I do?
This is also the reason why I didn't ever smoke crack. You watch everybody else get fucked up, and
there was a bunch more reasons I didn't smoke crack. But that makes the point.
But that's the basic
exactly.
point. You could go on TV and just watch people act.
Have you seen a crackhead before?
Jesus Christ, you want to be that?
And you want to smoke crack?
No.
Have you seen New Jack City?
Oh.
That's my show. Yeah. That's my jam.
Yeah, that movie was tight.
That was tight. Let's see. Saturday Night Live, SNL, was getting some shit from their previous weekend.
Was it another one of those Trump imitations?
No. They keep doing Trump imitations, and a lot, people think they're hilarious, except for Trump, of course.
Yeah.
But Octavia Spencer was on.
Okay.
And they had this skit about, and the weird shit about it is, I've been saying this joke to people I know for the longest time. The skit was about how a lot of those pharmaceuticals that have the commercials on TV sound like black people's names.
Nobody can pronounce that shit, huh? That's fucking terrible.
Boniva.
Oh shit. No.
Shit like that.
Oh no. Who did
Lativia and shit like that.
Lativia.
Yeah, it's stuff.
None of y'all better name none of y'all chicks, your little daughters, Lativia.
No, but it's
Like,
fucking
oh.
hilarious because the skit was that this pharmaceutical company stole this lady's children's name and not giving her any kind of money for it.
Get the fuck out of here.
But the problem that was coming back is black people getting pissed off because it's making fun of black people or whatever.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. You know exactly what you're doing when you name your kid some shit like that. Like, it's hard enough for us to get jobs, and then you give us a name like Daquan or some shit like that to put on a fucking resume, and then go out there and get a job, and then having these folks looking at us all fucking stupid. Maybe I was just lucky with the name Aaron. I'm pretty sure like when they heard me on the phone, and then when I showed up, it was totally different. When I actually showed up, they were probably like, oh. That's right, bitch. I got you.
Yeah, I understand both sides,
Yeah,
like I usually do. All right, I understand people want to get unique ass names.
Yeah.
Sometimes you hit a gem. A lot of times you don't.
You don't.
I heard, I can't remember who, it might have been my wife or somebody told me that she heard the one LA-A.
Every time I see hyphens in names.
LA-A. What do you think that is?
LA-A.
LaDasha.
Yeah.
Was that a white person?
You couldn't spell it?
Was that a black person?
You couldn't even spell it out.
Exactly.
You couldn't even spell it.
Exactly.
It was like, oh man. Like it's just ignorant shit like that sets us back, bro. Like it's stuff like that. Like I
understand you want to be unique.
Yeah,
but there's a whole point where it's like, come on, man.
Even my son's name, his name is Alex with a Y. Alyx.
Okay. All right.
But he's still a name that you can pronounce. It's pretty damn familiar. There's just one letter changed off of it to give him a little bit of uniqueness, right?
Right.
But this shit right here, you're gonna put a dash in
La
your kid's name, and then have them actually sound the dash out. Dash up. Bitch, that's not even part of the alphabet.
That's not a part of that alphabet. It's fucked up. Hey, I did meet a lady by the name of Adija. Guess what? She was white.
Hey. You know what? That might be, European.
Adija?
Like,
Adija. Remember Queen Latifah's character in Living Single?
Khadijah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
Alright.
Adija. How old was she though?
Like 20 something.
Yeah, that's probably
late 20s.
That's these new age ones that try to
new
integrate
age.
with us and
New age.
try to do. You know what I'm saying? Like some of them back in I want to say the late 80s and early 90s were starting to get to the funk, man, and they were starting to trying to be savvy with it.
Okay.
And then, so they picked up a few characteristics. But the thing was, pick up some of the good shit, not the naming your kids some shit that nobody knows how to spell, say, or anything like that. Like, what the fuck?
How do you like the name Sierra? That's a transition. Did you see this shit?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
Let's go.
This one has a clip to it, so I'm gonna play this shit and then get back with you in a minute. That was Sierra.
That was some human shit.
Russell Wilson behind her, smelling her ass or doing whatever the fuck. And the baby, that ain't Russell Wilson's baby. That's Future's baby.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. So got naked ass Future baby with the baby bump, and then Russell Wilson with his head in her ass. And that was one of those, artistic maternity photos. On the last show, I showed you another dumbass maternity photo, but people are just getting out of fucking control.
Yeah.
There's, controversy on, is that even right? Should Russell Wilson be with naked Future's kid, and that fucking kid looked like he damn near 7 years old.
Yeah, how you gonna be holding?
That ain't a little infant. That ain't a 2-year-old.
And she was holding him up, right?
She was the motherfucker's feet was dragging though.
Like,
She was
it's like he was sitting on her stomach. Like,
Dude.
dude, isn't that like stressful on the baby that she's carrying?
There's a whole bunch of shit wrong with that picture.
I'm not a specialist in all that, but I would say that that's kind of not right. Wouldn't y'all ladies agree? Like, come on now.
That whole shit, and then how much of a punk ass are you with your fucking face in the ass of your girl?
We didn't even like
in the maternity bed.
Unless somebody actually said that was Russell Wilson, I wouldn't even have known because he's back there eating booty while she's holding the kid up.
They're married now, they're having a kid, and now they want to have these maternity pictures out,
So everybody got to be naked in the photo, hugging and doing a bunch of
I guess they can't just have a baby bump or whatever. No, it had to be ass eating, it had to be naked Future baby, and it had to be, her showing the bump. It had to be the whole thing, otherwise it wouldn't have been artsy.
Man, 2017 has turned out to be fucking wild as shit, man.
And I like it because I have something to talk about. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Although it's bullshit, and I'm glad him doing that shit, he ain't my goddamn quarterback. Ain't my quarterback. Well, I don't care what he fucking do. Ain't my quarterback.
It's none of my business right there.
Alright.
That's so terrible.
I'm gonna hit on a couple things that I heard. T.I. and Tiny are supposed to be breaking up, and T.I. is allegedly with Bernice Burgos, one of these like
model shit.
Bad models.
Yeah, well, I mean, Tiny's face was kind of
Piglet.
Yeah.
Miss Piggy.
Like, did she have like bad
jeans?
No, not. I mean, aside from that, I thought she had like bad plastic surgery. Maybe somebody fucked her nose up or something.
Ooh, I don't know.
She has the start of a wide nose like mine, but then her shit tapers out all like this, and then her face is just huge. Like, bitch, what the fuck?
She wasn't attractive. Is what he was trying to get at, and I backed that comment.
Yeah, like maybe on a slow Saturday night, it's like fucking 12:30. You like 5 beers in, and maybe a couple of shots.
That's 2:18. That's 2:18.
You said 2:18. The club been closed.
You standing out? No, standing in line for pizza.
Damn.
Because if you in line for pizza, you already counted it in. Like, this ain't my night. I gave up. Let me get some pizza. Get some pizza. I'll get my great Gatorade when I get back home.
Go to Gus's and just chill and shit.
Just get some pizza. Like, oh, hey, are you talking to me? All right. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Nothing more.
Yeah.
But I thought T.I. and Tiny were supposed to be one of those power couples. They had the fucking reality show and all that shit too.
Man,
they got caught.
That's all publicity though.
Rolling on I think they were high on E or some shit when they got busted rolling in California or some shit.
Yeah, they got busted here too, right? Like T.I. got busted here. No, that was Wayne. My bad.
Oh
that was
shit.
Wayne. Yeah. Woo. But yeah, man. No. They're still rappers. They still do whatever the fuck they want to do. They still go on tour. They still I guarantee you they at least have one of them bitches, while they're on tour. At least one comes into that room.
Well, you can say that about entertainers, athletes, and all that stuff.
All of that. Remember that book that Superhead came out with?
Yeah.
She snitched on everybody.
I'm sure you can find some,
Ain't no
gentlemen.
That was 90s.
There's gonna be some faithful guys in that situation, but you gotta understand there's probably gonna be a lot of situations where there's an agreement.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm making all this money and shit, and you get to live off that. Let me just have one or two. You've heard about that shit.
I saw a meme earlier. It was they were talking about Kobe and his wife before they got divorced and everything and all that shit.
Right.
Like she stayed when he cheated and everything else. And then this girl commented, you know, bitches heal like Wolverine when like that's for real though, dude.
When
like,
there's the ducats, they don't care.
Or you could do like what she did, and she stayed until he reached that 10-year mark. Well, they were married 10 years in California.
Yep.
You know what that means? Alimony.
Yep.
Woo.
Yep.
You know, you talking about $400 million, man.
Yeah,
$400 million.
I think we already talked about this. We already talked about this. Shit.
Yeah, you know how I feel about that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're not happy,
Go check out the last show with Aaron. We discussed marriage and marriage situations.
Yeah.
Speaking of more alleged couples, J-Lo and A-Rod.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Hey,
man, get it where you can.
J-Lo's still looking tight though. She's still looking nice.
Yeah, she alright. But she looking better than Mariah though.
Oh yeah,
much better. Like Mariah's got that pounds of makeup on.
Mariah doesn't have that whole dance routine and shit on stage. J-Lo, you know, when she go out on stage, she gotta make sure she.
Oh yeah, she
cool.
should stay in shape. She was a fly girl way back in the day when we was kids.
Mariah just need to keep her pipes up, and she ain't been doing that either.
Damn.
But oh well.
What was it? The New Year's
Eve?
Oh my God, I was so weak when I saw that video. I was like, and she just gave up in mid-song. She was like, fuck it.
That's the thing. I
she
want
was
to
drunk as hell.
That's probably like the third or fourth Mariah fucked up in the voice type video that's out there.
Whoa.
And she going downhill. I don't know what the fuck it is. Whatever. She,
People
still appreciate her as an artist and a singer. She was once great. But she falling off.
Yeah, you're too big for her britches.
Too big for britches. And got bitches. Alright, that's how I keep. Bad Boys for Life. The next Bad Boys movie.
Please and
the director dropped out.
No.
So somebody else is gonna have to step up. But just wanted to get that out there. Man, I need to be a part of that. As a matter of fact, I'm moving to California. But anyways,
you have to audition somehow. Like, what kind of part would you go for in a movie like that? Would you actually do like some comedy relief, or would you try to be like, like maybe a stunt double and get in on the action? Like, would you be I'd be a driver. I'm trying to be a stunt driver if I would ever do some shit like that.
From what I heard, they're not only talking about just the next one, but they're talking about having at least having two more.
Damn, man.
So on at least not the next one, but the other one. I can see them trying to keep it going, even though Will Smith and Martin Lawrence are getting older. They have to bring in some new guns.
Yeah.
I ain't new gun anymore, but I was thinking who the fuck could be the new guns replacing Will Smith,
some
because
teammates and shit.
even on like the last Lethal Weapon, they brought in Chris Rock to be the next one. They haven't rejuvenate that shit yet, but I can see something like that.
Well, they got that show out. That's why they just went ahead.
Oh, that was horrible.
The show was good, man. It's cool. I like the show. The show is actually pretty cool.
No.
Yeah, it's real tripped out. Damon Wayans is hilarious on that show. His wife is the one though. His wife.
I like Damon Wayans, but I just don't think they should have did Lethal Weapon as a TV show. They shouldn't have done that Rush Hour as a TV show.
No, they shouldn't have done that. No.
Just not a fan of that.
Oh.
Let's keep moving on. WikiLeaks states it is possible for CIA to hack pretty much any goddamn thing.
Yeah, but we all knew that.
Yes.
but
it's official now.
It's official
now. It's official now.
Like Snowden said it, and then they've been going after his ass for years trying to get him back in the States so he can, face trial for treason. And but we all knew that the CIA can get a hold of anything they want to.
And TVs, radios, anything,
man.
and I heard cameras. Anything. Yeah, this they looking at us, Big Brother, man. Big Brother's looking at us. Anything that can transmit a signal can also receive a signal, so they can get all that information.
Yeah,
kind of like Batman.
It was Batman. What was it? The Dark Knight.
Dark Knight. Yeah. Lucius with Morgan Freeman.
Yeah. Lucius Fox, man.
Yes. So what was that? That was weak. Might as well tie that into Donald Trump accused Barack Obama of wiretapping Trump Tower during campaigning.
So, I was waiting on you to bring this up because I was watching. I watched about a good 2.5 hours of Fox News, CNN,
Fox News, man.
Dude, I gotta see it all. Like, if I'm gonna have an opinion on any of this shit, I want to see it from all aspects.
You gotta
of the
have
news
that.
Yeah, I gotta have a broad spectrum of all of it. Like, you can't just go
devil's
to
advocate type
yeah,
shit.
but everybody is saying, this is silly. Like you're making these statements without actually producing any proof. Oh, and then a couple days later, it's been about 2 weeks now. 2 weeks now, and then all of a sudden, well, he said wiretapping in quotes.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, it's in quotes.
They don't have any proof.
That it was just he was going. Yeah, of course they ain't got no proof. If he's the president of the fucking United States, all he has to say is, "I want to see this."
Right.
And they have to show it to him.
Right.
Okay? He has that ability to get any kind of information that he needs to prove his case, to the federal judges if he wants to take up a case against Barack Obama, because that is something very serious. When you're accusing somebody of wiretapping you and actually invading your privacy directly, that's a very serious crime.
Not only that, but you're accusing our then president of doing that. And I really don't understand what president at the time, Barack Obama, would have getting information on something from Trump. Why would he give a fuck at that time? He's about to leave the office. Why the fuck does he care what Donald Trump has to say?
Because he's trying to tie it into to all the other stuff with the DNC and everything else. Eventually, that's what it's all going to lead to, is that we already know the DNC was dirty because they were fixing stuff against Bernie because they didn't want him to win and blah, blah, blah. And, they had everybody else going in to do everything they could, and then the emails got leaked through WikiLeaks, and then everybody got exposed. Homegirl got fired from being the head of DNC, and all that stuff. And you realize that he's playing on a lot of, everybody's fears of the information and the bullshit.
He's been playing on fears since he started running, man.
Yeah, man, and it's just a continuation of that nonsense, and he just keeps selling it to these dummies that keep believing everything that comes out of his mouth. Dude, you can't believe everything at face value, even if it's the president of the United States. I didn't believe everything Obama said. You know why? Because I'm not fucking stupid.
No.
Okay? Like, show me some proof.
And it's politics.
It's politics, dude. He is still going to do what he can for his political party and also for his personal gain. That's just the way it works, okay? Along with helping out the country. Sorry, but we are on the back burner. It's just the way it is. And right now we are on the fucking back burner to a dope that's in the office who thinks that he has the most honest way of bringing news to his supporters, which is him going on Twitter and just saying shit.
Yeah.
Oh, you're dumb. I watched that whole interview with him talking about that, and he truly believes that going on Twitter and talking about this stuff allows him to get that news out there, which he calls it news out there to
because
people.
everything else is fake news.
Yeah, like everything else is fake news. This is fake news, that's fake news. But yet and still, nobody can find any evidence of any of that, including the CIA. If the CIA can't find it, nobody's hiding this shit. Like, you have the ability to ask for that information. Why aren't you doing it? And his only response was, I want to focus on something else right now. No, motherfucker, because you made an outlandish outboast about some bullshit that you were lying about to deter attention from certain areas of what you're already doing to this, so everybody else pays attention to this. Basically, everybody needs to just go ahead and just shove that in the corner, let Barack Obama go ahead and just start a fucking lawsuit on his stupid ass for slander. Yeah, defamation of character. And we need to go ahead and deal with the other shit that we're dealing with, which includes our travel policies, this medical stuff that's happening with the insurance and everything else, the cut of Medicaid.
That's gonna be detrimental to a lot of people if that shit gets accepted and put into place.
And the crazy part is they have 52 members of the House right now on the Republican side. They need every single member to vote for that in order to pass it. They already know that they're not going to get I'm going to say that many Democratic votes. I'm not going to say
Right.
not one person they're not
Right.
going to vote for it. Anybody to be paid off. But
Exactly.
what we're seeing here is that along with this comes tax breaks.
Mhm.
These tax breaks are going to be for the elite. Still, they're still going to be for the elite,
Right.
and possibly some of that comes down to maybe a couple small businesses. But no, this is going to be for those businesses that are getting these tax breaks so that they can go ahead and lower costs for people and stuff like that, by also taking away the coverage of the existing people that are already on this coverage, which is Obamacare or the Affordable Health Care Act. Let's call it that.
Yep.
And they're trying to say that they're making something better. No, you're not.
No, they're not making anything
not making
better. They're
anything
actually
better.
making it worse. But this
what
a
can we
lot of
really
shit
do?
is going on in this presidency, and it's only been what? Not less than 3. It's been less than 3 months, and
Yeah.
all this shit has been going down and not looking good.
Well,
But
it's incredibly impulsive.
let's have Donald Trump be the victim, though, for right now. Donald Trump is mad at Snoop Dogg for the video that Snoop has out there. I could not find the actual video, but it's called Lavender, and in this video, Snoop shoots Trump dressed clown with a confetti gun.
So he's mad about that.
He's
Anybody
mad
that
about it.
uses
It's going.
His likeliness to
yes.
Shut the fuck
And
up.
it's
You're
a
now
bunch of
in
controversy.
you know what he doesn't get? You're now in the highest stage of limelight ever in your entire life. You are the president of the United States. You are the leader of the free world, and you think people are not going to make fun of you?
No,
You're stupid
what they're
as
saying
hell.
is not only is it's not just making fun, but it's
It's
kind
tasteless.
no, it's targeting the president for like assassination type shit. They're linking it to that. Some people are saying, "Oh, it's just art." Other people are saying that's a fucking threat to the president.
Shooting with a
and,
confetti
and it's Snoop Dogg shooting Donald Trump with a fucking gun. Which is I can understand it, because guess what? It would have been a fucking outrage if a white artist would have took a gun and held it against a similar Obama shit at the time during that presidency. People would have been up in arms and been like, "What the fuck? You can't do that. That's our president. That's fucking
Not really. You know why? Because they were out in the streets when they were rioting about that. Well, not even rioting, protesting against them and shit like that. They had fucking dummies that they were dressing up as Obama and writing their name on them and then setting them on fire and hanging them from fucking lynch ropes.
Oh shit.
Like, come on, man. Nobody remembers
Yeah.
that shit, but they remember this,
Yeah.
huh? Stupid. Get the fuck out of here with that. Like,
Yeah.
anybody can be made fun of, as long as it's not a direct threat being said to you, like, "Motherfucker, I'm coming for you," or something like that. Stop it.
Right, but I can see it both
You know,
ways.
I can see it, yeah.
You shouldn't be in a video or doing anything talking about shooting our fucking president. No. I don't like our president, but
I'm not even talking about shooting the POTUS.
Yeah, I ain't
no.
talking about shooting the POTUS. To take it a step further, Bow Wow. I think this was all on fucking Twitter and shit.
Shit. Twitter's gonna get people in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
I be on Twitter now, a little bit more so than Facebook lately. I've been actually watching a little bit of Twitter because I watch a lot of UFC fighters on there, and they say some crazy shit on you Twitter. There's a lot of fucking banter that goes on, so I can only imagine what this motherfucker done said. Hold on, let's hear it.
So, Snoop made the video. Donald Trump goes out and says, this bullshit and all this stuff. You shouldn't be doing this. This, a direct threat on the president. I'm the president and all this stuff.
Right.
So, out of
Respect
fucking
the voters.
nowhere, Bow Wow comes out and says, "Hey, yo, Donald Trump, shut your punk ass up talking shit about my Uncle Snoop before we pimp your wife and make her work for us."
Yeah, you can't do that. Yeah, you can't. do that. Like, that's an open threat.
That's an open threat.
Yeah.
All right. Once again, not a fan of Melania. She, ain't the smartest, person out there. But you can't,
regardless of the
talk about pretty much kidnapping the fucking
and pimping her.
Yeah,
like,
and pimping.
Come on, man. Bow Wow needs to shut up with his 4'8" ass.
Bow Wow.
He ain't pimping shit. All it's gonna take is Donald Trump to lift up his like $7,800 fucking boot and kick him square in the face, and it's all over with. Stop it. You ain't gangster, dude. Like, we already know. Quit.
Yeah.
That shit's crazy.
See, and that's what people are trying to say with this this video from Snoop, that you're giving people ideas to go assassinate the president and all that stuff.
That's just silly. It's wishy-washy.
I know it's art.
Yeah.
And there should be a freedom of speech, but there's certain things that you can't say. And I know, the black community right now is saying, "Oh, it's art. You should be able to say whatever you want." But when people were saying bad shit about Obama, they were having a problem. Like when that one lady, I think it was West Virginia lady, called Michelle Obama a monkey or some shit, gorilla face. I'm making this shit up. Gorilla face hoe is what she called her. Gorilla face hoe.
She said something along those lines.
Yeah, something wrong.
And then I saw the picture of the lady, and I was like,
"Oh man!"
I was like, "You belong underneath a bridge somewhere. Like, how the fuck are you gonna fucking comment on anybody's looks?" Like,
I love to do that too. That's one of the first. Like, who is this? Let me look what she looks like.
The reason why she said that, because that was a racist-based comment. That was a flat-out racist-based comment.
She
and keep in mind, she has the freedom to say that.
Yeah.
But guess what? You got the freedom to be roasted right after saying some stupid shit like that. So go ahead and go roast Bow Wow and Snoop and all the other shit for doing that stupid shit. But the thing is, freedom of speech is still freedom of speech, baby. We can still say whatever the fuck we want to. Fuck you, pay me, all that shit. But
you can say whatever you want, but there's always a consequence.
There's always going to be a fucking consequence.
Yeah.
But the thing is we still have that freedom of speech. That's why people are out here saying the stupid shit that they're saying now. And if you didn't expect it to come from that side of the spectrum anyway, wake the fuck up. After years of hearing Obama's a monkey, Michelle Obama's a monkey, why is her ass so big? Oh, he's a fucking idiot. Yeah. Oh, he doesn't have a real birth certificate, all that other stuff. And you expected nobody to say some shit about Donald Trump and his wife and his kids and all that other stuff? Come on, man. They all going to be targets, and you know what's going to happen. Because people just have big mouths. And they have the freedom to have big mouths because that's where we live. Now, all of a sudden, it's not okay to say some shit. Well, it may not be nice, but it just is what it is. I can't stop somebody from saying anything.
But there is a line, and definitely Bow Wow crossed that line.
You can't. That's one thing you can't open. I mean, you can go out there and openly threaten the president. But be ready.
What if he would have made that into a rhyme? Snatch up the first lady and pimp her out or some shit. Made that into a rhyme. Then would that become art? And so that's acceptable, just like the Snoop shooting the Donald?
I don't know if anybody can really call Bow Wow's music art, but
hey, he had a couple.
But yeah, man, like it's
Precious on me is.
Oh my god.
That was my jam.
That was my sister was with that shit. She loved Bow Wow.
Precious on me.
But what up, Shade? But yeah.
What up, Shade?
Art is still art, man. Even if we think it's ugly art, it's still art. And we really can't stop that. We can't really stop people from saying what they want to say. Mm-hmm. And that was along the lines with everybody talking about the left is too PC and stuff. Mm-hmm. They didn't want us to be, everything had to be politically correct, all that other shit. Well, that's the same shit, motherfuckers. Like, you don't want them saying that stuff, but all of a sudden, everything is PC. You don't want us being all PC about shit. Then let him say whatever the fuck he want to say. Because unless he's actually going out there and doing the act, y'all ain't got shit to say. Be mad.
It is satire type stuff, They made sure there's a clown, made sure it was confetti, it wasn't a bullet, and an actual impersonator of Donald Trump. So I can see where it is, but I can see both ways, because like I said, if it was the other way, a different side of the if it was Obama, a different side of the
That's just
community would have said
shit,
some
though, man.
bullshit.
Yeah,
so we coming to the end, and I want to just touch on some of these things real quick. A Day Without a Woman was a week ago yesterday.
Wait, what now?
A day without a woman. You know that?
Oh, that must be called my life.
Oh shit.
I'm dating somebody.
It had to come out of that protest or whatever, that whole protest. Trump got inaugurated, and then they made that day into a day without a woman, where women were supposed to stay home from work if they could, and not spend money at major stores, and only go and support women-owned businesses or minority-owned businesses.
Dropped like a motherfucker that day.
So that's what they did, and fucking hilarious enough, at 11 p.m. the night before, the lights of the Statue of Liberty had a power failure and was down for a little bit. So even the Statue of Liberty had her day off.
You know, that's ironic.
It's ironic. I thought that was fucking funny as hell when I saw it. A Day Without a Woman, and then the Statue of Liberty went out.
The Statue of Liberty is like, since you're going to have this travel ban anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and just, take the night off. How about that? Fuck y'all.
Night Without a Woman.
Yeah.
Fuck y'all. I'm off,
so
bitch.
Terrible. Like, I want to know who got fired over that one.
They say it was coincidental, but it's just fucking hilarious.
That's bullshit. Somebody hit a breaker somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Just like it was an accident that Hollywood changed into Halloween when California got that shit. No, somebody planned that shit to be funny, and it is. This whole Remy Ma, Nicki Minaj, have you heard any of that shit?
Dude, so I listened to that song, right?
And which one? Remy Ma?
Yeah, Remy Ma.
Sheether?
Yeah, Sheether. Dude, she ripped.
She goes off. She goes the fuck off. It took me a while to actually listen to it because I just wanted to hear what everybody said about it. And then finally, it took Nicki Minaj like a week and a half, 2 weeks to respond. And that's when I actually listened to what Remy Ma. She went, man.
What was Nicki's response like?
Pretty whack.
It was pretty whack.
It was pretty whack. Still about money.
I got this. I got that. And shut the fuck
saying
up.
Some of the same shit, but it was whack. But it was cool to see more hip hop battle type shit coming out.
I miss the battle rap days. I miss the little bit of feuds that we had out there when they were beefing and shit like that. Because we got to see honest rap, not just this dumbass shit where the motherfuckers run around with Sprite bottles filled with fucking bullshit, talking about, nigga, we don't even understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man, you just mumbling over a fucking beat.
I see we're coming up to time, but we're going to give you a little extra. Like I said, didn't have it last week, and I still got some things to go over with ya.
Right.
And I hope you enjoy. Just a couple. O.J. Simpson is going to be out this fall. He served 9 years and getting offers to do a reality show.
Man,
OJ.
You know what he should do? Whatever little bit of money that he can hang on to, go grab that and just go live somewhere away from people. Dude, right
now, I don't think he got any fucking money. That's why he was going to get his memorabilia back. Because the motherfucker broke. So if somebody just going to throw you fucking money to be, dumbass reality show, he might as well. He might as well do it. And people gonna watch it just because people are stupid.
How much are they trying to give him for the season? Do they say?
No, it didn't say all that.
Man,
but
if it's anything over a couple million, man, you better take that.
Oh shit!
Do the show.
It's probably gonna be like that's why they do these reality shows, because it's cheaper to produce and put on than like regular shows. You gotta pay actors and shit. You pay these nobodies or people who are hungry for money.
Yeah,
like OJ probably gonna be.
He ain't hungry. He ain't a nobody. He's just gonna be hungry for money because they stripped his ass bare. But when he gets out though, he's gonna be a hot commodity. I don't think he's gonna be just hit once for a show or for some kind of interviews or something like that. The media is going to be all over.
They're going to be all over him.
Especially with the book stuff and everything else. If I did it. Shut
up. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
If I did it. All right.
I always thought that was the most ridiculous. Why would you write a book
Why would you
about
do it? Why would, like you got away with it.
Like,
Even if you didn't do it, why would you do that? Even if you didn't do it.
niggas don't
Honestly,
understand. I don't understand.
Do you think he did it?
You know, the evidence
is
there,
old.
the evidence, yeah, it's real.
So
The
we
evidence
going
there,
back.
and the way that he left and all other stuff, it points to the fact that he most likely, I'm like 85% sure that he did it,
Uh-huh.
but you know, there might have been just a slight chance that he could have been set up.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking that he most likely did it. Where they fucked up is that they just were really sloppy with the way that they went after him.
Yeah.
They dropped the ball.
Yep.
You know, with the evidence and everything. They had fucking racist, fucking retarded cops on the scene. They had all sorts of stupid shit going on, man. Like, come on. That was the best that they could come up with to put this nigga in jail over some shit that was practically obvious. The dude was running in a Ford Bronco for hours. And you mean to tell me that he was doing that because, you know, like he was just scared? No, nigga, you were doing that because you were trying to get away.
Man,
Like,
I'd be
I've been
fucking scared as fuck. I'd be scared as fuck. And you never know what you're gonna do in certain instances. It's tough for me to believe that somebody's that fucking stupid. If you plan, because it's like playing, it had to be planned. But if you plan something and still end up being that stupid, it's hard for me to believe. It looks more like it was set up
yeah.
than, you know.
Like I said, it was a small chance that could have been really set up. But the setup was done to a point where, you know, it made him look guilty, and then his actions afterwards is what made him look guilty. Mm-hmm. But if you're really paying attention to that, like I was saying, it seems like he was kind of scared. Like, yeah. But he was just too stupid to really like just face the music and then just go through it and be like, you know, you guys, really, I didn't do this shit.
But please believe me.
Yeah, with that glove thing with Johnny Cochran, man, that was gold.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You guys fucked that up.
Fuck that.
Yeah, whoever planted that glove, man, you fucked that case up.
Cool. Well, speaking of more cases, all charges were dropped against Darrell Revis and that shit. We talked about that on a previous show about how somebody was trying to take a picture of him and he told him no, and Darrell Revis's people pretty much, you know, had to take care of some business, and then they want to, you know, charge Darrell Revis for some shit. No. You know, you invading motherfuckers' privacy, and just getting all, you know, people are taking it too far when it comes to celebrities, and just trying to just get pictures. Just heard on the radio today about how Meek Mill was in the airport, and one of the workers at the fucking airport went up to him and was like trying to take a picture. It was like, hey, can I get a picture with you? And I guess they said no. So the dude got upset and just started talking shit to him. You know, it was like, oh, you too big to, you know, take a picture with me and all that stuff. You know, you should be taking pictures with your fans and all this stuff. And then like time passed, they came back. I don't know the whole story, but the worker was given an interview and said, oh, it looked like they was gonna start something, so I took action first. You just admitted that you punched first, so therefore you just admitted that you fucked up. Yeah. Like, it looked like they was about to do something, so I did it first.
Stupid motherfucker. Like,
and he's saying this like he actually believes that that's gonna happen.
Right.
Yeah. like it's preemptive self-defense.
You're like, what do you got? Nigga, spider sense? Like, what the fuck? Like you can't do that, people. Like, you can't just start swinging on people because you think, like, oh, they look like they're about to attack. Yeah,
exactly.
You stupid as hell.
Exactly.
You stupid as hell. I can't believe that dude pulled that shit off.
Just heard that today.
So are they bringing him up on charges? Most likely. If he
I think it's still fresh that they're still doing investigation and shit. And
that dude lost his job.
And Meek Mill is on probation still. So
you know he wasn't even trying to do nothing.
Well, there's some dumb motherfuckers out there, man.
Yeah,
there's some dumb motherfuckers out there. So we don't know. So I'll keep you guys tuned in to what the fuck's going on with Meek Mill. even though his ex got bodied by Remy Ma in that sheether.
Man, I'm talking Anderson Silva, like Rich Franklin fight days, man.
Yeah, she went hard. Remy Ma went hard, although never been a big fan of Remy Ma music prior to that. Let's see what else. Talk about Daryl Rivas. Let's talk about Tony Romo got a $64 bonus.
Wait, $64?
$64 bonus because he had incentive, the snap incentive, how much he played for the year, and he played 0.47% of the snaps. So therefore, his bonus for playing was $64. Tony Romo, you guys.
I would have fucking put that on a check and went to whoever wrote that shit out and shoved it right up their ass. $64 to a dude that makes millions throughout the year.
Yeah, but hey, that's what happens. That's what happens.
That's like a night at Chili's.
$64. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's about a night at Chili's.
Like what the
fuck? Get a nice little
margarita
too.
Yeah, right. A couple margaritas, you and the wifey. A couple entrees, maybe an appetizer. That's $64.
$64.
You know.
Well, you can do that now. He couldn't but follow, but he can do it now.
He's like, not on my dime. He's like, this was free, goddammit.
More with some NFL news. Just saw this one. Le'Veon Bell, running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers, is not able to attend a fan's prom. There was some kind of bet, and he was going to do this for a fan, a 19-year-old fan that was going to go to her prom with her.
Wait, 19 years old and she's still in prom? Was she held back?
Oh man, no. All right, my bad.
Oh,
she ain't 19.
Oh, okay.
She ain't 19. She's in. I'm getting ahead of myself in my notes. She ain't 19, but she was in high school. Le'Veon Bell was gonna agree, which is a fucking thing. It is fucking crazy. Holy shit! I just put it out there. Didn't really think it was gonna happen, but it happened. Oh my god! I'm gonna be the shit amongst my friends and all this stuff. I'm gonna have this nice dress. It'll be the fucking time of my life. But no, he did not cancel. The school just wouldn't let him because they have two reasons. There is a 19-year-old restriction. That's where the 19 came in.
Okay.
They won't let people over 19 attend prom, and plus there's a restriction when it comes to people who've had incidents with drug, alcohol, or violent crime.
And just because he's like a pro athlete and stuff, that's gonna definitely follow that. Okay, that's great.
Well, he did have a DUI and weed possession in 2014.
So doesn't necessarily mean he's gonna give that to a high school kid.
No, but if you had prior situation with that, then you can't go.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It just seemed like the school really player hated on this girl's. Like, it's kind of like one of those Make-A-Wish type things, man. These people don't know.
I don't know if that's exactly the same.
It is. Alright, maybe she ain't terminally cancer, but shit. That's a cool fucking thing,
Yeah, it is. That is pretty tight.
That's some cool ass shit. Like you growing up and shit, prom, you end up, if social media was back there, end up getting Janet Jackson to go to your fucking prom.
Shit.
And then your school, and then your school is like, nope, the bitch too old.
I'd be like, y'all some haters.
Exactly.
We still gonna hit a Waffle House after I get out of prom, though. That's what I would have said. I would have been like, well, they won't let me go to prom with you at our school, but hey,
nope.
Let's go to dinner somewhere.
We ain't going to Denny's. No, we ain't doing nothing. It was prom. The whole thing was about prom. And plus, I'm going to get media being out here doing stuff with my fans. I look cool and shit. If that ain't going to happen, deuces.
Well, that school system just got looked like dumbasses. Because that was a lot of publicity that they probably would have gotten. Probably some sponsorships for sports programs and all sorts
Exactly. But I just found that kind of fucking stupid. Speaking of proms and homecomings, University of Minnesota does away with homecoming king and queen and replacing it with royals. Why? Because there's gender specific shit when it comes to kings and queens. I understand.
I understand that, and it makes a little bit of sense, but traditionally, what they're talking about is kings and queens,
right?
Of the balls,
right?
Like I said that of the balls, but
of the balls,
of homecoming dances and all that other stuff, prom,
right?
King, queen, stuff like that. You never hear them refer to them as royals. Now, I guess in this new day and age, that is kind of acceptable and everything. It's just kind of silly.
Nah, they're just making it so that anybody can do it. It doesn't have to be one man, one woman. It could be, even incorporate, transgender, gay, and all that stuff. Anybody can be away with it.
Well, I mean, even if they're a transgender woman, I mean, that's still a queen.
But hey, they might not want to be called a queen. They just want to be called a royal.
All these damn labels, dude, it's killing me. Like, I get it.
I get what you're trying to do. You're trying not to, single people out. You're trying not to exclude people. Yeah. But some shit, not everybody can do some shit. I understand everybody should be equal and all that shit. But come on. It's like, no, everybody can't do some shit. Yes, there's a boy. There's a fucking girl. Let one of them win. Some people can fucking win. Boys, all right, so are they going to start letting dudes enter Miss America now? Why not? Why the fuck not?
I plead the fifth on that one.
Shit.
Like
that's cool. Everybody needs to be accepted. So I'm being Miss America.
Jordan, you out of line.
No.
You out of line.
No.
He said he gonna go get
I'm gonna be a royal.
I'm gonna shave it all up. No. Like I'm gonna go get me a nice glue on weave.
Shit.
I'm gonna go out there and compete.
Give me 3 months. I'm gonna be walking in pumps and looking good, bitch.
Get the fuck. But you're right.
It's like where does the line get drawn?
Like where does it give? That. With the way that everything's going in that direction, I can see those issues coming about fairly quickly.
And it's gonna come about a lot.
The problem is it's just all the labels and all of the we're this and the type of sexuality you are, or I'm this sexual or whatever the fuck. It's just too much. Can't you just say I just like who I like? We get it, gay, straight, whatever. It's just so much sapiosexual.
I don't know. It just seems like, and like I said, I think everybody should be treated equal. But when you start changing some things to include some people, you're actually
disincluding a lot of other people. And that is a no-no, especially when it comes to things like that, especially traditional stuff. Like that, and a lot of people are fighting against that. Now we're talking about stuff that are school traditions, having a king and queen of the prom and all that other stuff.
But like I said, Miss fucking America.
Miss fucking
America. If you're gonna do away with that, that's excluding dudes from being that type of.
Is there even a Mr. America? Is there
maybe some bullshit that nobody gives a fuck about?
Motherfuckers go out there all sexy, flexing.
There's the Mr. Universe or whatever.
But they're all pumped up bodybuilders.
There's that bullshit.
But it's not necessarily the same because that's the same thing along with the fitness queens and shit like that.
Yeah.
It's not a modeling type thing. You're just going out there showing off your progress of your build, your self build, of your body and who has the best self-build, who presents the best, all that. And Miss America, I don't know, man. Can you imagine if we had the first transgendered transgendered female going into that competition, and what kind of backlash it would be all over the internet, all over the newspapers, the news stations, all that stuff. If that's gonna be fucking wild. And man, I can't wait to see some shit like that go down. You know why? Because I just want to know. I'm actually just curious as to how all of you are going to handle it.
Yes, I want to see how.
I ain't going to give a fuck. Sorry. I'm just not going to really give a fuck.
I ain't going to say I'm not going to give a fuck. I'm not going to say it's just, because I plan on having children and bringing them up into this world, and whatever's getting shaped right now is what I'm gonna have my children come into. So what what is going to be, what's going to be the norm, what is going to be what's considered what's right, what's wrong. They're going to be,
right and wrong is still going to be there always. Right and wrong is still going to be there. Good and evil is still going to be there.
Not necessarily, man.
But
there's going to be a new what's right, because right now, what the new wrong is having homecoming kings and queens. That's the new wrong.
That's the crazy part. I don't find that wrong to keep it just like that.
But
I also don't find it
that's
wrong
what society is saying now.
I don't find it wrong to say royals. What I'm saying with that is that it's just unnecessary.
Right.
Okay. Like there's nothing wrong with them doing any of that stuff. There's nothing wrong with them, doing any of that. It's just it's unnecessary to do it. You don't need to go about doing stuff like that where it just makes everybody else feel uncomfortable with that. Because how many times are you going to come across those incidences where everybody's voting for the transgender girl or transgendered male or the two guys or stuff like that? It's very rare that it happens.
Did you see
and
that?
You know what? One
that?
of y'all is going to have to be the queen, and one of y'all is going to have to be the king.
You see that commercial
or you
where
could just be both royals and just all be boring. But the thing is that it's all up to the people, man. Like our level of acceptance is bullshit these days, as far as like just letting people just live their lives the way they want to.
Right.
As far as them affecting our own personal lives, though, with those decisions, though, I understand that part. A lot of people don't want that shit in their house. And that's because they get it. They get it. Do what you want to do with your life and everything else. I just don't want that to be a part of my own personal.
But decisions like this is going to affect
what affects all
society,
that
and I'm going to be a part of society. My kid's going to be out there living doing all that stuff, and it's different. Yes, I would love to see how it's going to be, but So where do we draw the line on some shit? What the fuck's gonna happen? I've had a great time today.
Yeah, it was actually pretty dope.
Pretty dope. I would definitely like for you to come back later as well, if you get a chance. Thank you for watching. I know we took a little bit more time, but there was a lot of shit. I'm sorry for missing a week, but I'm back, baby. And I will keep bringing you some information and talking about it. Maybe you didn't hear some of these news articles. Google them, some of the shit that I say. Get your own opinion about them.
Stay off of Breitbart.
Let's give you a little bit of something and go into the Mad Dub of the Week. I am a fan of this one. I had fun, so
let's hear it.
Here you go.
Like that one.
Cool, I appreciate it.
I like you some Rakim, dude. That's sick.
Yeah, I love that song. When I started doing these, that song came to mind. I was like, I gotta do something. Been thinking about that for a while.
I
want to say thanks for being in that and helping me out on that one. DJ exclusive. Thanks for the camera ladies, my wife and my cousin. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this extended version of A Mad Week, because it has been some mad weeks out there. This has been George Cortright.
And Aaron Atkins.
Thank you. Peace.
As it should be.